In accordance with Article 29 of the Nagoya Protocol, all parties to the protocol are to submit their national report on measures that they've taken to implement the protocol. Parties and non-parties are invited to submit to the Secretariat their first national report as soon as possible and no later than the 28th of February 2026. The first national report is to be submitted by the National Publishing Authority, online through the ABS Clearinghouse, and in one of the 6 official languages of the United Nations. It is important to ensure that the ABS National Focal Point assumes the role of publishing authority or has designated the role as appropriate prior to the submission of the national report. This video will guide you through how to submit the first national report through the ABS Clearinghouse. To demonstrate how to do this, we will be using the training site, which is a mirror copy of the ABS Clearinghouse. To get started, click on Submit, and at this point, if you're not signed into your registered CBD account, you'll be prompted to do so. After you click on Submit, you'll be taken to the dashboard where you can see the record overview. You will find the submission form for the first national report under National Records right here. There are 2 ways in which you can open up a submission form. First, you can click on the record type and then click on Add New on the top right side to start a form. The other way in which you can open up a form is by going to the dashboard and clicking on the plus sign on the left-hand side beside the record type to add a new record. The first page you will see is the introduction, which includes guidelines and background information on the submission of the national report. Below this, you will see the offline versions of the formats, which can be downloaded by clicking on them. These can be used to collect information before publishing the report on the ABS Clearinghouse. The following frequently asked questions can also provide helpful information. You can go to the submission form by clicking on Submission Form on the navigation bar, which is located at the bottom of the page and also at the top. Part 1 of the form collects general information. Please note that the country that you're assigned to will be automatically filled out. Please also ensure that the correct language of your report is selected, which you may change by clicking on the drop-down menu. Start filling out the form. Once you're ready to move to the next section, you may do so by clicking on the different parts which are located at the top or the bottom. Above each question, you will see the article of the Nagoya Protocol that the question is associated with. You can click on the hyperlinks of the article to take you to the text of the protocol for more information. Some questions also contain helpful information under the question. As you answer questions, some answers will bring up a text field to provide further information. Some questions are grayed out by default and become available based on the answers to previous questions. Some questions allow you to answer with one of the 3 options: yes, yes to some extent, and no. As explained in the guidelines in the introductory page, answering yes means that the provision can be considered fully implemented. Answering yes to some extent means that the provision can be considered partially implemented, such as where the work is underway to meet the requirement, and answering no means that the provision can be considered not yet implemented. As an example, you can see that if you answer yes to some extent or no to this question, you will be prompted to explain your response on this comment box. At the end of each section, you will get the opportunity to provide any other additional relevant information. If you wish to link to any website URLs or attach files, you can do so at the bottom here as well. Please note that all questions with the red asterisk beside them indicate that the question is mandatory. You will not be able to publish the form without completing all mandatory questions. Make sure to save your form from time to time as you work on it to ensure you do not lose information, especially if you have an unreliable internet connection. You can do so by clicking on the Save Draft button at the bottom right or at the top right. After the first time that you click Save Draft, you will see the appearance of two new buttons, Share and PDF. If you click on Share, you'll be able to generate a link to share the draft with anyone you wish to, or you can send by email by typing their email. You can also choose to download a PDF version of the form by clicking on the language, which will generate the PDF link. Now that you've saved the draft, you may choose to close the form and come back to work on it at a later time. To come back to the draft of your first national report, click on Submit on the ABS Clearinghouse. Sign into your registered CBD account, and you will see the draft under the first national report right here on the draft column. You can open it by clicking on the draft button, or you can click on the record type, which will bring up the draft. To start working on it again, click on the Edit button here on the right. As you work through the different sections of the form, you may choose to add notes here at the very end for your personal reference. Once you're ready to publish the form, review your form by clicking on the Review button right at the top or at the bottom. By clicking Review, you will be able to see if your document contains any errors or is missing any mandatory information. You will see a list of the mandatory questions missing information at the top in yellow here. You can click on the questions to take you directly to them and fill out the missing information. Once you've filled out any missing information, you can click on Review again and you will see that your document is ready to be published when you see the green message here indicating that your document is valid. If you're an ABS Clearinghouse Publishing Authority, you may publish the form by clicking on Publish on the top bar and then clicking again on the green Publish button that appears. Once you do so, your first national report will be publicly available on the ABS Clearinghouse and can be found in the Search National Report Analyzer or your country profile page. If you're an ABS Clearinghouse National Authorized User and you're ready to send the completed form for publication, click on Publish on the top bar and click on this button that says Request Publication. You will get an option to add a message to the publishing authority and send the request. You will now see that the status of the first national report is pending approval. If you're the ABS Clearinghouse Publishing Authority, you will receive an email request notifying you about the request to publish the record. You may click on this button here, or you can go to the ABS Clearinghouse, go to the dashboard or submission page, and see the pending requests here. The publishing authority can view the form and edit it if needed and click on Approve to approve the request and publish the report online. Your first national report on the implementation of the Nagoya Protocol is now published. You may double-check to see if it was published correctly by going to the search page and looking under Records. Or you can go to your country profile and find the record under the first national reports. We look forward to receiving the first national reports by the 28th of February 2026. Should you have any questions or concerns while filling out the form, please do not hesitate to contact us by email at absch@cbd.int. Thank you for watching.